asking, what the hell is this? To be honest, we're still asking ourselves the very question. But the one thing we do know is, don't miss the pipe! This is WarioWare Incorporated Mega Micro Games for the Game Boy Advance. It's the latest stroke of genius from Nintendo. It seems that Wario, like certain mega corporations, has caught wind of the money to be made in the video game industry. Hoping to capitalize on this hot market, Wario enlists the talents of his friends to create games for him. All gaming industry parallels aside, the plot will leave you scratching your head. And maybe something else. Instead of being some cliche adventure game like 80% of the GBA library, WarioWare throws over 200 of the most off-the-wall mini-games you've ever played at you until your brain breaks, and believe me, it will break. Some of the mini-games are simple retreads of classic Nintendo games from the NES era, while others defy definition. As you make progress, the mini-games become more demanding and give you less time to complete them. Many times you'll sit with your mouth agape in wonderment at what just happened. Then you'll laugh and completely miss the next mini-game. And what could be a first for video games, WarioWare makes you want to fail just to see what happens. Don't cry, Wario. There's more beer. That's more like it. But Wario's not the only one crying. For a game this fun, there's a whole lot of weeping going on. Don't be sad. There's more snot where that came from. There. All better. While there is a game called Dong Dong, you won't even find a little dick in WarioWare.
Sorry, it must be the dick in me.
We'll just put this out there. WarioWare is one of the best handheld games ever. It's absolutely hilarious and provides the exact kind of quick-hit fun that GBA is made for. You can jump the hot dog, or let the hot dog jump you. But don't miss the toast. A game this absurd can't walk away with anything less than a 5 out of 5. Flattery doesn't hurt either. WarioWare first came out on the GBA in 2003, and we loved the addictive mini-games.
Now it's moved to the Nintendo DS.
And it's called WarioWare Touched.
Yeah.
Which sounds like something they played at the Neverland Ranch.
Ew.
I know. Here's our review. As with Katamari Damacy, the WarioWare series is further proof that what they grow in Japan is stronger than what we sell at school. Nothing has changed for WarioWare Touch for the DS. Pretty much, this is the game they made the DS for. You still play the wide array of 5-second mini-games, but it only uses the touchscreen, which opens up a lot of the design. This opened up too much. There's a story, but it's really stupid. Not clever stupid or funny stupid, just plain old dribble cup stupid. Skip through it. You play various characters who have a certain theme to their minigames, typically a certain motion, like poke. Or pull.
Loves me, not loves me.
Okay.
Or push. There's another theme to the minigames. Many of them are completely whacked. Pull the giraffe. Slice the world. Poke the kitten. Pull the bovine nipples. What? Unroll the toilet paper and learn a lesson. And tickle the man who's holding string. Oh, dear Lord. I have to tickle his underarm? Usually I buy him a pastry first. So we really love the original WarioWare, and there's a lot to love here. But there are a few drawbacks. There aren't as many minigames as before, only around 180. More importantly, there's no real unlockables to encourage you to play through the game multiple times, which, considering its 4 to 5 hour length, isn't too cool. Oh look, it's a cute chicken. Ah! But the games are a blast to play, and it's not exactly an effort to play them over and over and over. No more Tickle Man. He makes me retreat into myself. A 4 out of 5.
After 3 games, you'd think someone would get that woman a Kleenex.
The first WarioWare for the GBA was unique because it was a non-stop stream of mini-games.
And WarioWare DS uses the stylus for a slightly different variation on the gameplay, like the cute kitten poking.
So what comes next? WarioWare Twisted for the Game Boy Advance.
Yes, the cartridge will come with a built-in gyroscope, so actually shaking the GBA will be part of the gameplay.
Which sounds like a recipe for disaster. My little portable buddy is going to get shaken GBA syndrome.
Aww. Well, shaking the GBA is probably a better idea than actually attempting to recreate any of the WarioWare games in real life.
Yeah, but that didn't stop us from trying.
No.
Just watch.
Forget about the rampant depravity of Grand Theft Auto. Nintendo's WarioWare is smashing the morals of our nation's youth with a megaton bomb. Take this example. What would compel our precious children to explore one another's nasal cavities? WarioWare, of course. And what will we do when the world's fauna is devastated by our irresponsible wiping? WarioWare threatens our very existence. How will humans reproduce when our women are taught such techniques? How will our young men ever learn to court their prospective brides when their minds are filled with such drivel? This slack-jawed oddity factory will stop at nothing to spread its vile bacteria. If we don't stop this menace now, what's next? Don't let this be your child. This public service announcer brought to you by a glass of milk.
We made a large man pee on one of our interns.
You had to put the fire out somehow.
Everyone on this show has gone crazy except for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go poke some kittens.
Ooh, they make a meow.
I know, they're going meow. Well, there's a new entry in the category Fun Games That Can Be Stored in Your Pants. Here's our review of WarioWare Twisted for the GBA.
Vous prêt-à-porter, noble wanderers of Wario's world? That's French for ready to wear. And wear we will with Wario's latest GBA incarnation, Twisted. The game cartridge contains a motion-sensing element and is packed with games to exploit this newfound freedom. There's a right way and a wrong way to operate the title, though, so pay attention as we demonstrate proper usage beyond the zany vagueness of the tutorial. That's right. That's wrong. You're twisted. Get off the bong. Sensual flair. Despair. Nintendo races back and forth over the bridge between mind and body with a veritable cornucopia of cleverly addictive games that asks all your parts to play. Woe-betided Wario's always got a bone to pick, or tooth, or drool. The noggin-scratching, sanity-free world of Wario is resplendent in oddball whimsy, yummy animal pals, subtly educational subtext about waxing the bean. Stop it, Wario, you're hurting Bobby's wrists. The game's menu system even gets in on the body bumpin' fun. Wriggle your way over to the spin decks and give it a whirl. Just when you think you see the light at the end of the tunnel, Wario hurls a delicious pitch your way in the form of classic Nintendo titles. Metroid, Donkey Kong, and Kid Icarus all return for a bow from the days of undimensional delight. Golf! Are you kidding? We love you, WarioWare! So many games, lifespans so short. What Wario world would be complete without the body's ever so hygienic miracle of food conversion? Look, it's a game about those musical messengers of fertilization. What doesn't this game have? Our minds and bodies loved this game, and yours will too. It's weird, 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 and we wouldn't have it any other way. Like a drunk staggering home below a carpet of stars, we give it a 5 out of 5.
Please note, we do not endorse playing WarioWare Twisted or any other movement-based games while drunk.
Last year, X-Play lost over 7 interns to drunk DDRing. And I needn't remind anyone of the tragedy that occurred after we built our Virtual Boy beer bong.
So say no to drinking and gaming. Unless you're playing Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, in which case it's the only way of making the game enjoyable.
Or if someone really cool tells you to do it.
Right.
Remember, kids, always do what the popular people tell you to.
We begin with the party game my co-hostess referenced some moments ago. In a world full of people complaining about short attention spans and students who can't find the United States on a map of the United States, it's nice to have at least one game that doesn't bust your chops. It respects you for who you are, and it changes subject every 5 seconds or so. Here's WarioWare Smooth Moves.
If you're like most of our audience, you probably love watching these beautiful ladies play WarioWare Smooth Moves for the Wii. Well, you're out of luck, because that's all the footage Nintendo sent us. So, for the rest of the review, you'll have to settle for watching this guy play with his Wii. We're sorry. But we're not sorry to report that no matter who plays it, the latest installment in the WarioWare franchise is a ton of fun. The motion-sensitive controller is the perfect match for this collection of super quick minigames. Smooth Moves is all about deep character development and rich, epic storylines. Oh wait, that's actually never what these games are about. But there is still a plot. You see, a long time ago, the Wii Remote was a mysterious pointing device that everyone coveted. Years later, when his junk food gets stolen, Wario stumbles upon the ancient artifact, or as it's called here, the Form Baton.
Hold the form baton straight, with the tip pointing forward.
Is it my imagination, or is the narrator hitting on me?
Perfecting this stance requires grace, steadiness, and tight shorts.
There are lots of different ways to hold the wand, and Smooth Moves uses all of them. There's the remote, where you simply point it at the screen, or the waiter, where you hold it like a tray, or the elephant, where you pretend that it's an enormous nose. We're sorry to report that there's no Gerard Depardieu minigames included. There are a lot of compilations for the Wii, but when it comes to sheer variety, WarioWare is still the best around. Over 200 minigames are yours for the play. You heard us right, over 200. Now granted, most of them are over pretty quick, like this game where you skewer meat for some random buff dude, or this round of domestic violence where you shove Japanese girls onto their butts. However, there are some meatier boss levels, like this brain-teasing stacking puzzle, or this challenging boxing match, or even a psychedelic dance-off. Yeah, it would be really nice to have those Japanese girls back now. For you hardcore Nintendo nerds, and we know there are several in the audience, there are some games you're bound to love, like this appearance by Samus Aran, or this canine cameo by the Nintendogs. Where the game really shines is the robust multiplayer mode. Our intern only had one friend to invite over, but the game supports up to 12. Best of all, you only need one controller, which you pass around frantically each turn. Ritual humiliation is the order of the day. Make no mistake about it. This is a game that is designed to make you look stupid. And boy, does it ever work. Two gripes hold us back from greatness. The game is simply too short. You could unlock almost every challenge in an afternoon. If brevity is the soul of wit, WarioWare Smooth Moves is goddamned hysterical. We had some trouble with the Wii Remote when it came to precise movements. The game works best when you're playing rough. Alright, time to zip things up. Overall, this is the perfect demo for proud new Wii owners, and a great purchase for those who just want to practice their squats. WarioWare Smooth Moves gets 4 nose picks out of 5. WarioWare DIY has quickly become one of our favorite do-it-yourself experiences of all time. The title hands you a bunch of tools to help you create your very own microgames from the ground up. You can draw graphics, compose music, and design the challenges themselves. Once you spend some time learning, you'll be amazed with the creations you and your friends come up with. In our case, we made this microgame where you have to tap the screen in time to make our beautiful G4 logo appear. The game ramps up the speed, so each time you play it through, it gets more nerve-wracking. WarioWare DIY has a very long tutorial that does a good job explaining the basics and not-so-basics of game design. But this experience may not be for everyone. Once you complete the tutorial, you'll still need a lot of patience to fully realize your projects. There's a 6-track music creator that also allows you to make standalone songs. And you can draw comics and send them to your friends, so the creativity doesn't stop with just games. And it should be noted that although this doesn't seem like a multiplayer title, we actually had a great time creating microgames with friends. You can be a lone wolf if you want, but sitting down with a creative buddy led to a lot of fun. In order to reach more people, you can head to the distribution center, where you can share your masterpiece with your friends or enter design contests. But sadly, you'll still be limited by those pesky friend codes. For those who don't feel like creating new stuff, DIY comes with 90 pre-made games starring the series' eclectic cast. If you're the type of player who gets satisfaction from being creative, there's a lot to love about this game. WarioWare DIY gets a 4 out of 5.